circular and bald patches, but she seems to have a lot of hair growth for someone who has alopecia, meaning she forced Will to smack Chris for no reason. Number 9, racial bias. As we've all come to learn from the recent videos, it's that Jada Pinkett Smith hates white women with blonde hair, meaning she hates my very existence, especially now that I'm calling out for all of her lies. Well, Jada went on to explain her revelation back in 2018. She would sit down to discuss why seeing blonde hair on white women just triggers her when she admitted to her own biases by saying, I have to admit I'm guilty to that to a certain degree because I do have my own biases, specifically to blonde women. Blonde hair on white women just triggers me. I have to catch myself. When her mother asked her if there was a specific incident that happened with someone who had blonde hair, the actress tried to claim that throughout her childhood she was teased by white women in regards to her hair and how she looked. But we all know she's just lying about why blonde-haired women trigger her, as it's clearly just a sneak diss towards Margot Robbie. Hey, my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss on what we might cover next. Coming back to our list at number 8, we have entanglement. Just after August Alsina came out to expose Jada for having an affair with her husband, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith would soon come out to deny the singer August Alsina's claims that they were in a long-term relationship for years, while she was still married to Will. After August spoke publicly about being involved with Jada Pinkett Smith, the rapper would soon come out with a statement calling the claims absolutely not true. Shortly later, Jada would head over to her social media accounts to state that there was a lot of pain and she would discuss that she would be taking herself off her famous Facebook watch series, The Red Table Talk. During the conversation, we would learn that the entanglement was in fact true, despite what her representatives led the public to believe. In the beginning, when Jada admitted to the affair, when it finally came out, it obviously was all lies. She also claimed Will never gave her marriage his blessing. However, obviously Cena has nothing to lose when it comes to his affair. Why would he lie about the issue? Number 7, the actress. With the infamous actress being what's been talked about for over a year now, makes us wonder, are these incidents ever going to fade away? Probably not. With footage emerging from the Oscars online, it would show Jada Pinkett Smith had a really odd reaction to her husband Will Smith smacking Chris Rock on stage at the Oscars, which suggests that she forced her husband to make a stand for her. When Chris made a joke about Jada playing G.I. Jane because of her bald head, Chris was reportedly unaware of the actress being diagnosed with alopecia. So while we went on to laugh at Chris' joke in the beginning after he saw his wife roll his eyes, things quickly took a sharp turn for the worse. With the event being telecast live, the moment was so intense it didn't show Jada's initial reaction to the slap or any of the interactions between her and Will beforehand. But now, videos have surfaced online, and in them, Jada can be seen laughing after Will took to the stage to slap Chris before going on to act just as confused as the rest of the audience, which proves Jada is shady and manipulative. Number 6, relationship with Tupac. For years now, Jada has been lying to the public about how serious her relationship was with Tupac. And honestly, it's gone a little too far. She keeps running her mouth with imaginary stories of the late rapper that make no sense. And it's gotten to the point she's even made her children believe that she would be happier if Tupac was still alive, as Willow even once wrote to the late rapper when she was 11 years old, claiming so. With Jada and Tupac's relationship dating all the way back to the 80s when the two attended the same college, Jada has constantly stated that her relationship with Tupac has been strictly platonic, but then she tends to make her presence known whenever he starts to trend again online, which suggests that Tupac was more than just a friend. Especially since after Tupac passed away, his friends would come out to say how much Jada destroyed him when she left him for Will. And since a lot of Tupac's friends have been disgusted by the way she uses his name to draw attention to herself. 5, not being pregnant. So many actors have admitted to lying to get a gig, and Jada happens to be one of these people. As she once revealed when she was off the role with Niobe in The Matrix Reloaded, she was pregnant and kind of lied so she could secure the job. After the actor explained why she lost out on the role of Trinity in the original film as it came down to chemistry and she just had none when it came to acting with Keanu Reeves, she went on to explain that the Matrix directors were so impressed with Pinkett Smith that they created a role for her. But the role was actually supposed to go to Aliyah in the beginning, not Jada. Though the role was later given to Jada, she would have lost out on part of it if she had been 100% truthful, as the actor was pregnant with her daughter Willow at the time filming was required. And her being due in November, there was a small problem. Her daughter was due the same month. The film was supposed to start filming, so she lied, saying her baby was coming in October, so she would be ready by the end of November. Luckily, Willow came at the end or loving Will. Lately, it's been pretty clear that Jada Pinkett Smith has never loved Will Smith. Now, I get it. You're all probably wondering to yourselves how I may have came to this conclusion. Well, just let me explain. I came to this conclusion because she's had an entanglement, and then she went on to put all of her business out on the table while diving into everyone else's business in the process during multiple episodes on her infamous Facebook watch series, The Red Table Talk. Think about it. If Jada seriously loved Will, like truly loved him, she would have never let him run up on the stage and smack Chris. She would have never laughed about the overall situation, and honestly, Will would be happy, but instead they both look miserable with each other. So it shows that when she says she loves Will, she's truly lying to Will and herself. Number three, being a good parent. For years, Jada has been trying to convince the public that she nailed the whole parenting thing, and that the way she approaches things as a mother is how every mother should be approaching their child. However, when Jada brought up her children, Jaden and Willow, on the Red Table Talk, they would open up about how hard it was for them to have Jada and Will as parents, and how they found it difficult to grow up in a famous family. To the point her kids felt like there was seriously not enough support when it came to their artistic careers, and they wished that their family could have noticed they were struggling and gave them support. Instead of admitting to the problem, Jada then went on to blame the whole thing on Will Smith, before noting that they had different parenting skills due to the fact that they. Are you looking to change your mood? Well, these are full spectrum infused gummies from Hello Mood. I've been trying mood products for about a month now, and all I can say is, wow, this is a great product with a ton of benefits. It's helped me reduce stress, calm my mind. I even use them to help soothe my body after an intense workout. It's even helped me get a. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason they're after Jada again. I don't know what Jada did or what Jada isn't complying with that they are attacking her once again. But it's something. This is from Top 10 Beyond the Screen. Oh, let's see, what was this? I was just curious, that's why. It was just uploaded an hour ago. Um, Zero comments, so I think a lot of people are just like, what? How many views has it had? Over 1,000 views, zero comments. And I think it's because everybody's like scratching their head like, let me tell you something. when you start something and you think I'm just going to do it this one time, you're setting expectations. And once people expect you to do XYZ and then you try to change it up on them, they tend to feel some kind of a way. Right, kitten? I hear kitten. A long time ago, they used to say, um, a man is like a man is like linoleum. If you just lay him right at the very beginning, you'll never have any problem with that linoleum. Never. You'll never have any problem with that man. And linoleum was a kind of floor covering back in the day. And it was just like one piece that if you laid it down and there were no air bubbles in it, or something wasn't cut, the edges wasn't cut wrong or anything like that, you never had to worry about your linoleum buckling. Or I've been on linoleum where something was caught underneath it, and in order to get it out, you'd have to redo the whole job. It was a pain. And that's probably why people don't use linoleum today, but they use tile. It's kind of like tile, these squares. I've seen them in rectangles. They're floor coverings. But they don't use that one piece of linoleum. Whereas before, you used to measure out what you needed, and then you get the linoleum and you would draw that um, template, and then you would lay the linoleum. And once, if it was done right, it was
perfect, would last forever, would protect your floor beams and everything underneath it. Nothing could seep through it. It was awesome. But very few people had the skill to lay that linoleum down perfect. But that's what they used to say about people and about life and about men. If you do it right, if you lay it down right, um, that foundation, if it the foundation, even Jesus said it. Now I think about it, Jesus said, um, "Build your house on the rock instead of on shifting sands." Right? Again, it's the foundation. Um, and few people master it. Very few people master it. So I don't know what the foundation was for Will and Jada, but wow, it must have had some problems. Which we don't live in a perfect world, and life is hard. It's about the choices that you make and why, and the choices that you make tell a great deal about who you are. Yesterday, I I made a post about um, the moral of the story, and it was about being in a sticky situation. Being in a sticky situation. Whenever you find yourself, the person who puts you in a mess isn't always your enemy. The one who takes you out of a mess isn't always your friend. But if you find yourself in a mess, keep your mouth shut. This is old school wisdom. And I have a feeling that that old school wisdom is coming back. It is coming back, honey. Okay? I have a couple of ideas of things I want to do. I had a weird dream last night, y'all. Very weird. And I'm not gonna tell y'all what it was, but and I still remember it. Um, we'll see what happens. But I can't tell y'all everything. YouTube will throw me off of here. If I tell y'all what has been given to me, I bet you YouTube will ban my channel. They will kick me off of here. I try to think, is this for mass consumption or no? And I think that this is not. This is not. It's not for mass consumption. But let's get back on Miss Jada, okay? Uh, Let me unmute this. There. Okay, so we know that's a lie. How we parent our children shouldn't have anything with uh, having to do with how we ourselves was raised. Everybody and their mama knows that's a lie, but this is a young person. Let me just tell you that right now. This is a young person speaking.
the church opened the new leadership academy in her own home, it would later be revealed by teachers and parents who pulled their kids out of the school that the school's curriculum followed the teachings of Scientologists. And if the actor wasn't a Scientologist, then why did she force her husband not only to open the school with her, but allow the church to open the academy in one of their homes and put her own children in it? It adds up. Number 1, Chris Rock. Just after Chris Rock released his brutal Netflix Selective Outrage special, Jada Pinkett Smith would try to take aim at the comedian by saying he was obsessed with her. However, we all know this just isn't the truth because who's obsessed with Jada Pinkett Smith? As she would have a close source come out to point out that she had nothing to do with the drama between Chris and her husband, and the only part she ever had in this mess was the fact that Chris heckled her. The source then went on to try to claim that Chris was so obsessed with her for almost 30 years by pointing out when he filmed the special, it was in her hometown, and then he claimed how she should have been made fun of. She started this. As he argues, she should have flipped the Oscars. I mean, Chris is hurt, but I don't think he's ever been obsessed with Jada. As compared to some of the other celebrities he's heckled, he says her name way less. It just seems like Jada's trying to use anyone at this point to help her play victim, and that's exactly what she's doing in this situation. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches, and until the next one, remember to stay juicy.
Nobody's life is easy. But you can make it better by the choices that you make, or you can make it worse, right? This is, let me see what this is. Every reason Pinkett Smith is hated by everyone. So when you hear a statement that is all encompassing, you know that it's a what? It's an opinion, okay? It is an opinion. Let's see. This one was made yesterday. And it only has 28 comments and almost 10,000 views. And that it's just amazing where we are right now. Everybody is compete game immediately. That's amazing. Okay, so here we go.
Starting off our list today at number 10, we have the affair. So it's clear that Jada Pinkett Smith's affair with August Alsina crossed a lot of boundaries, especially since August was one of Jaden's best friends. What makes the situation even more unsettling is that August has even stated that Will gave him his blessing to continue his relationship with his wife. While August definitely didn't do anything wrong to be ashamed about, he did completely give himself to a relationship with Jada just to be thrown to the trash like he was nothing. Even though his relationship might have occurred with honesty and communication between all parties, the age difference between Jada and August definitely raised a lot of eyebrows, with critics being quick to point out that August was in fact introduced to the family as Jada Smith's best friend. Number 9, took advantage of August Alsina. When it comes to August and Jada's entanglement, because apparently it wasn't an affair, it was an entanglement, there has been a lot of questions, especially when it comes to the notion that Jada definitely took advantage of August's mental state. When Jada started seeing August, he was struggling to cope with a very vulnerable time of his life. Being 22 at the time, August was struggling with his health, as he was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition that had him hospitalized on multiple occasions. And with Jada stating that she was mentoring him, it would have an inside source tell Page 6 what kind of mentoring was she giving him, where he felt he was giving his all to a relationship that left him devastated and hurt. You did not help him, you destroyed him. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Coming back at our list today in the number 8 spot, we have Hates Woman. During an episode of the Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett Smith would have a pretty hypocritical moment when she said that the racial divide between women of color and white women should shrink because they have all been oppressed for their gender. But she was candidly honest that she had her own biased opinion, which makes it even more odd to note that she had a racial bias towards blonde white women. And when she
Oh my God.
hair, she just gets triggered and she has to force herself to And when it comes to women with blonde hair, as she herself has dark blonde hair body movement, which makes you wonder, does she have a tendency of becoming the woman she hates? As it's clear that her comments about hating women had nothing to do with the girls who bullied her in school, and it was more just an indirect comment thrown as a diss towards Margot Robbie. Because as soon as Margot and Will worked together in the movie Focus, Jada started dyeing her hair blonde and telling her husband to get in shape so Margot didn't embarrass him on the big screen. Number 6, the Oscars last. The 94th Academy Awards was interesting to the point that everybody is still cracking jokes about it today, even as the 95th Academy Awards that just passed. And what's not funny is that everyone keeps making jokes about violence, with the infamous slap definitely is still hurting not only Chris Rock, but also Will Smith. After Chris Rock made a joke about Jada's balding head, she would scrutinize her husband by rolling her eyes and giving him an "are you kidding me" look. Will Smith definitely wiped the symbol smile and laugh from Will's face, and he would stand up and take the stage to defend his wife. Even though Jada has been like, "I didn't force him to do this, and I'm apologizing to him," maybe she didn't do it, but she did encourage him to defend her name, and she did have the power from stopping her husband from ruining his career. Number 5, embarrass Snoop Dogg. Just after Kobe passed away in 2020, Snoop Dogg was quick to call out Gayle King after she stated in a TV interview.
This sad fact. Most survival companies don't want you to see this page, I swear. They see that we're offering our best-selling, good for up to 25 years, 3-month survival food kit with a free gift pack. That's a perfect complement to your survival food. Why, Matt, you ask? Well, it solves the problem of how to cook your food in a blackout, how to try your survival food before you dig into your stash, and how to get started with your survival food kit on day 1. Hence, we'll give you a free phone call from one of our customer service preparedness experts. Those other survival companies are dumbfounded. Frankly, we're still reeling at how good of a deal this is. But that's the good news for you. You found this incredible deal at the perfect time. The 3-month survival food kit is in stock and ready to ship from our warehouse in Utah. But the truth is, these kits aren't always ready and waiting for you. When the pandemic hit in 2020, we sold every 3-month kit we had in stock. Poof, it was gone. And then in 2021, lockdowns continued in the midst of an unprecedented supply chain crisis. Even though our survival food is proudly made right here in the US of A, it took months and months to build up our stock with this level of variety, recipes, and not to mention improvements, which are not throwaway process, but invested in our right. So it's no wonder why we are the number 1 best-selling food kit. You get 24 different recipes.
Reviewed that in the past, Kobe has been accused of making unwanted advances on a woman who wasn't his wife. In an interview video, Snoop Dogg recalled how King, in the process, he insulted King's appearance before telling her, "Back off, Eve, before we come get you." As a result of the outburst, instead of having a private conversation with her close friend, Jada would bring Snoop Dogg on her Red Table Talk show where she would embarrass him, not only in front of her mother and her daughter, but also in front of the whole world. After she told the rapper that she felt hurt on behalf of all women when she watched the video of him going after Gayle. As a result, Snoop Dogg was so embarrassed that he would make another video on his Instagram where he would apologize to King by saying, "Whenever you're wrong, you gotta fix it." A derogatory manner based off of emotions? I was raised better than that. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I use, calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. But full on, she didn't need to bring him on the talk show to get him to say this. Number 4, drag Tupac's name. If you've been wondering how Tupac would have gotten involved with such a vile woman, you're not alone, as even decades after his passing, people are still wondering what his relationship really was with Jada, especially since she came out to pretty much diss the rapper by saying, "When we first met, I was a dealer." With the two forming a connection while they were both studying at the Baltimore School of Arts, the actor would have to clarify that something very bad happened to make her leave her daily life behind. And then she would reveal how she got involved with Tupac today like he's still the love of her life. It's actually just pretty messed up and really sucks. Number 3, Scientologist. Although Jada has tried to claim that she isn't a Scientologist, she has been connected to the controversial religion for years, to the point even an ex-Scientologist named Lee told the Daily Beast in 2017, "I know Jada. She's been in Scientology for a long time. I never saw Will there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center." Lee would then later appear alongside Jada in 2018 for Jada's Red Table Talk show, where the pair settled their dispute, and Jada would say, "My grandmother was like, you're gonna learn all the religion, and then you gotta decide which one you want to practice. I always took the position that I'm here at the Scientology Center to learn what I want to learn, and I have no interest in being a Scientologist. But if you had no interest in being a Scientologist, then why did you open a Scientology school?" Number 2, embarrass Will Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith has never missed the opportunity to embarrass her husband, especially when she heads over to the Red Table Talk show. When Gwyneth Paltrow was even a guest of honor on the episode, Jada quickly came under fire for taking the opportunity to embarrass her husband after the two started to talk about their intimate lives. And the spice started to seem a little too much for Will's biggest fan. Not only did Jada take the time to bring up her entanglement, but she also went on to tell Gwyneth that she and Will navigate intimacy in their relationship and that it wasn't as smooth and easy as both of them thought it would be, especially when she noted that she just expected Will to know what she needed, and it came perfect with me. Mommy, you should read my mind. Twitter users then started to imply that Jada was oversharing or going out of her way to call out Will, and they were extremely disappointed that she would play Will like this. And coming in number 1 today, we have Makes Kids Diss Will live. With Jada's Red Table Talk show being pretty controversial at this point, we shouldn't really be surprised when she takes every opportunity she can to make her husband seem like he's a bad guy. Especially when she brought her own children on the talk show to discuss the problems they had with both Jada and Will's parenting skills. But the whole thing just turned on Will to make him look like the bad guy with no control. In the episode, Willow would tell Jada that she was extremely upset with the way Will handled her success after she released her 2010 song, With My Hair, when she said, "I only have one terrible experience, which is with my hair. Just the values of people around me should have been the opposite. You and Daddy should have been okay. We value her musical growth and knowledge more than her popularity." Jada then went on to say that Will's approach was definitely different because they both had different childhoods, and that's both grew up with hurt and pain, so that just doesn't make sense. Starting off our list today at number 10, we have the ex-wife interview. Jada is known to invite just about everyone on her Red Table Talk show, so it really shouldn't be a surprise when we found out that she invited Will Smith's ex-wife, Cherie. And during the interview, they would talk about a time that Jada actually thought it was okay to discipline Will's son, Trey. With both ladies describing their sides of the story, Jada would start things off by saying, "I can remember some times that I really crossed the line. There's one time Trey had a play date and he misbehaved, and I was like, we gotta sit down, we gotta talk about this. Trey can't be behaving this way." And Cherie shared her version by adding, "I literally walked into the house, just dropped him off, and as I walked in, Jada was like, 'Listen, we gotta talk about his behavior,' and I was like, 'Go with his daddy, please. Why are you talking about what happens at my house over here? This behavior was at my house, but you can't really discipline someone else's kids and think it's okay." Number 9, forced marriage interview. During an interview with People magazine, Jada would tell the media outlet that she never wanted to get married, and she ultimately only ended up getting married because her mother told her she had to get married. With Jada's mother being old and Will wanting a family, in the end Jada agreed to getting married as she was forced to believe that it was something she really should have done. Even though she admitted that she felt hard for Will when they first started dating in 1995, she would also admit that after she got pregnant with her son Jaden 2 years later, she wasn't necessarily down to have a traditional wedding. Later on in the interview, Jada would then say that the reason she was having so much doubt when it came to the idea to marriage, even though she adored Will, was because she never really seen a happy marriage, and it made her not fond of the idea. And honestly, that's probably why she ended up cheating on Will in the first place. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and you have subscribed to the channel. Coming for 8, we have Lily Soto. When Jada sat down for an interview with high-end shopping site Net a Porter, she would have to come to her daughter's defense again after she was asked about the controversial photo of Willow being 13 years old laying in bed with a shirtless 20-year-old photographer. Jada would then go on to tell the interviewer, "Just don't pollute something that's not dirty. It's really tough. I feel like the connection to value of women on a bigger scale has decreased tremendously. Even though you look and go and you have so many opportunities, and it's like, yeah, but at what cost? Are women valued for being women, or are they valued when they have more masculine qualities? She then wants to know that she just wants her kids to be happy and just wants them to be themselves, as her kids aren't her, and she can't fix things that happen to her by projecting her thoughts onto her kids because it's a terrible trap, and that's why she stood by Willow's decision. And they will go back to the process. Number 7, Scientology. Okay, so we all know Jada's a little weird, and that's probably because over the last decade she's been trying to deny that she has any affiliation with the Church of Scientology. And then after she was exposed by an ex-Scientologist for not only being spotted at the celebrity center, but also for opening a school for the controversial religion for kids, Jada would then bring Lee on her Red Table Talk show, and she would clear the air by trying to settle their dispute back in 2018. And in the interview, it definitely had a lot of us raising our eyebrows because we just couldn't believe that Jada was doing something for me for a change with getting an education. So I decided that Purdue Global was the way to go.
Learning should never stop.
It was definitely a great time. There's more to life. Kids and then say you have no intention of being a Scientologist when you're already affiliated with the religion. Number 6, parenting. With Jada and Will Smith being A-list celebrities at one point, it's no surprise that their children also are in the limelight. However, as any aspect of a celebrity, being a famous parent has sometimes led to increased scrutiny for Jada. Jada's and Will's parenting has often come under fire for years, which would then cause Jada to sit down with US Weekly to explain the Smiths are very open about a wide variety of subjects when she said, I'm not a conventional parent, which I take a lot of pride in. And then in 2018, Jada would also admit that she and Will had different parenting approaches and often argued over the subjects like their son Jaden Smith wearing a skirt. She would then take to her Red Table Talk show to admit the rest of us did. Still had some feelings on that for sure. I remember Will calling me and being like, have you talked about this with Jaden and him wearing a skirt? And I said, yes, I have. He's pretty happy about it. And honestly, the fact that she's gotten her kids to even turn on their father during interviews just proves that she isn't exactly the role model parent everybody should be following. Number 5, open marriage. Jada and Will Smith have faced a lot of scrutiny over their marriage to the point they have become a laughing stock or a hero to other people who have a non-conventional approach when it comes to their love life. In 2013, Jada would sit down for an interview with HuffPost Live, and she would admit more fuel to the fire behind the rumors surrounding her open marriage, when she would insist that she and Will had no claim over each other's lives. She would then go on to say, I've always told Will, do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay. She then insisted that she was here to be his partner, but at the end of the day, Will had to learn how to be his own man. After the interview started to go viral, it faced a lot of backlash, and Jada would head to her Facebook page to clear everything up by saying, Will and I can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This doesn't mean we have to be in an open relationship. This means we have grown. But if you aren't in an open relationship, how do you explain your affair with August Alsina? And how are you able to look at yourself and be Number 4, interview yourself. In the aftermath of the August Alsina interview, Jada Pinkett Smith revealed there were sexual activities taking place. She would tweet that she would be interviewing herself as the most sexual Red Table Talk on the show, and Will Smith would be joining her. In the episode, we would see Will share his side of the story, while Jada had pieces of the process while running up all of his whole thoughts of fame. These messages are beneath to see. Although Jada would confirm that she had an affair with August, she also wanted to clarify that her and Will were temporarily separated when it happened, and then she went on to deny August's allegations of Will giving the singer his blessings. With the interview being watched more than 30 million times and quickly viral, Jada was repeated memes of her mother to people. Suddenly, the affair became an online target for jokes as did a picture that showed Will in tears. Number 3, affair with Snoop Dogg. With Snoop Dogg being a good friend to Jada Pinkett Smith, I don't think any of us really believed that she could could do something so cruel to embarrass her good friend during an interview on her Red Table Talk show. But she did. So we all saw Gayle King comfort Kobe in 2020 after he passed away and claimed that the basketball legend was accused of making unwanted advancements towards an unnamed woman. Gayle being clearly upset with the fact people were choosing to ruin Kobe's legacy in an attempt for fame with a TikTok Instagram over video where he would call Gayle out on insulting her appearance and telling her back off me before we come get you. As a result of the outburst, Jada Smith then forced the rapper to make an appearance on her Red Table Talk show so she could clear the air. But in the process, she showed no mercy and ended up embarrassing Snoop Dogg by saying, "We first came out and said what you said, you know, in regards to Gayle, my heart dropped. I felt like not only were you talking to..."
Be careful, little hands, what you do. Be careful, little hands, what you do. It's the Father up above. He is looking down for love. Be careful, little hands, what you do. Be careful, little mouths, what you say. Be careful, little mouths, what you say. It's the Father up above. He is looking down for love. Be careful, little mouths, what you say.